Women have every reason to be as picky as they possibly can be, because they bear the brunt of the catastrophe of childbearing. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. You can do an awful lot by writing down what happened to you and thinking it through. You can't change other people, but you can change yourself. You have to be a monster to stay alive. You might be winning, but you're not growing, and growing might be the most important form of winning. You should be better than you are, but it's not because you're worse than other people. It's because you're not everything you could be. You're going to pay a price for every bloody thing you do and everything you don't do. You don't get to choose to not pay a price. You get to choose which poison you're going to take. That's it. You're not supposed to be fighting dragons that aren't in your way. Always place your becoming above your current being. Assume the person you are listening to knows something you don't. Be precise in your speech. Don't ever underestimate the destructive power of sins of omission. If you don't say what you think, then you kill your unborn self. When you have something to say, silence is a lie. If you think tough men are dangerous, wait until you see what weak men are capable of. It is my firm belief that the best way to fix the world, a handyman's dream, if ever there was one, is to fix yourself. People organize their brains with conversation. If they don't have anyone to tell their story to, they lose their minds. Like hoarders, they cannot unclutter themselves. Perhaps you are overvaluing what you don't have and undervaluing what you do. Stop saying those things that make you weak and ashamed. Say only those things that make you strong. Do only those things that you could speak of with honor. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. The better ambitions have to do with the development of character and ability, rather than status and power. Status you can lose. You carry character with you wherever you go, and it allows you to prevail against adversity. Humility. It is better to presume ignorance and invite learning than to assume sufficient knowledge and risk the consequent blindness. That which you most need to find will be found where you least wish to look. There is no evidence that the importance of friendship declines in any manner with age. We are all human. That means there is something about our experience that is the same. Otherwise, we would not all be human. A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has it under voluntary control. Be grateful in spite of your suffering. Can you imagine yourself in 10 years if, instead of avoiding the things you know you should do, you actually did them every single day? That's powerful. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Do not do things that you hate. Don't be a slave to stupid rules. Face the demands of life voluntarily. Respond to a challenge, instead of bracing for catastrophe. Fix yourself, you'll do no harm. Humility is recognition of personal insufficiency and the willingness to learn. I don't think that you have any insight whatsoever into your capacity for good until you have some well-developed insight into your capacity for evil. If you are not willing to be a fool, you can't become a master. If you betray yourself, if you say untrue things, if you act out a lie, you weaken your character. If you dare to do the most difficult thing you can conceptualize, your life will work out better than it will if you do anything. If you don't stand your ground, then all that happens is people push you backwards. If you fulfill your obligations every day, you don't need to worry about the future. If you haven't done anything wrong, do not apologize. If you're going to be successful, you need to be smart, conscientious, and tough. Imagine who you could be, and then aim single-mindedly at that. It took untold generations to get you where you are. A little gratitude might be in order. It's a good thing, not a selfish thing, to choose people who are good for you. It's better to do something badly than to not do it at all. Life is suffering. Love is the desire to see unnecessary suffering ameliorated. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. Power is competence. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Remember that what you do not yet know is more important than what you already know. Risk your security. Face the unknown. Quit lying to yourself and do what your heart truly tells you to do. You will be better for it, and so will the world. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. The creative person is always open to new possibilities. The purpose of life is finding the largest burden that you can bear and bearing it. The secret to your existence is right in front of you, and it manifests itself as all those things you know you should do, but you're avoiding. The successful among us delay gratification and bargain with the future. The thing that sustains people in life is the lifting of a worthwhile burden. There are some games you don't get to play unless you are all in.